They do not really know you. You did not do anything to them. And yet, the dislike is there. You have noticed it before. The sigh when you speak, the unnecessary sharp tone, the sideways comments, the strange tension that fills the air, and you are left wondering, what did I do wrong? This video is about that moment, not the surface level advice. Not forced positivity or pretending it does not exist, but what is actually happening inside the mind of someone who resents you without a clear reason. Why it almost never begins with you. Let us start with a truth most people avoid. People rarely hate you. They hate what you reflect back to them. Think about it. Hatred requires effort, attention, emotional investment. No one expends that energy on something that does not disturb them internally. So when someone dislikes you without explanation, it is usually because your presence touches something unresolved inside them, a comparison, a reminder, a fear they do not want to confront. And this is where things get uncomfortable. The first emotion that often appears is threat, not physical, but emotional. You might be calm where they feel scattered, secure where they feel unsure, genuine where they are performing, or simply living freely in a way they do not permit themselves to. That contrast creates tension, and the human mind despises tension. So instead of looking inward, it looks outward for someone to blame, and that blame lands on you. Picture this. Two people share the same space. One is quietly focused, not loud, not seeking attention, just steady. The other notices. At first, nothing. Then small thoughts appear. Why do they seem so at ease? Why do people listen to them? Why does their presence feel heavier than mine? Those thoughts hurt, and the quickest way to escape that discomfort is judgment. They are fake. They are arrogant. There is something wrong with them. Hatred often acts as self-protection. Psychology calls this projection. When someone takes feelings they cannot accept within themselves and places them onto someone else. In simple terms, I feel insecure, so you must be the problem. Research on social comparison shows that discomfort is strongest, not when someone is far ahead, but when they are close enough to compare against. That is why resentment often comes from peers, co-workers, or familiar circles, not distant strangers. Here is what most people overlook. Those who hate you without reason often feel inferior, but admitting that would force them to face what needs work inside themselves, and that is terrifying. So they rewrite the story. You are arrogant. You are lucky. You do not deserve it. Anything that protects their ego. Ego defense is powerful. It can distort reality. That is why logic does not reach these people. You can be polite, quiet, focused on your own life, and still sense that invisible hostility, because it has nothing to do with your actions. It is about what your existence reveals in them. Let us go deeper. Many people survive behind masks, approval, image, control. When someone authentic enters the room, it acts like a mirror, and mirrors threaten those who are hiding. You do not even need to speak. Your silence can unsettle them. Your boundaries can unsettle them. Your lack of need for validation can unsettle them. Because it silently asks, why cannot I live like that? Rather than answer honestly, they attack the source. That is why resentment shows up as sarcasm, gossip, or subtle disrespect instead of direct confrontation. Directness would require honesty, and honesty would crack the mask. Now let us talk about envy, not the loud, obvious kind, but the quiet, ashamed version. Envy is not always about money or appearance. Sometimes it is about peace, freedom, self-respect, the courage to live without apologizing. Studies show envy intensifies when the other person's life feels achievable. If they can do it, why have not I? That question hurts. So once again, the mind looks for an escape, and that escape becomes resentment. Here is a crucial truth. People who are genuinely at peace with themselves do not spend energy hating others. Hatred is a symptom of inner conflict. Now comes the real issue, not their resentment, but your reaction to it. This is where people slowly lose themselves. You start shrinking, explaining, softening your presence, replaying moments in your head, trying to fix something that was never broken. That is the trap. When you absorb unexplained hostility, you accept responsibility for someone else's unresolved pain, and over time, that erodes your confidence. Danger is not that someone dislikes you without reason. The danger is believing there must be one. Psychology describes something called negative attribution bias. When people feel bad about themselves, they interpret neutral behavior as hostile. You do not smile, you are rude. You succeed, you are showing off. You stay quiet, you are judging. They are not responding to reality, they are responding to their internal story. Here is the part most people miss. The more grounded you are, the more uncomfortable you make those who are not. Not because you are wrong, but because your stability highlights their instability. That is why some people only feel safe among those who are equally bitter, equally lost, equally insecure. Your presence disrupts that comfort, so they try to push you out emotionally. And then there is control. Some people resent you because they cannot control you. You do not react as expected. You do not chase approval. You do not play along. That lack of control feels like a loss of power, and for those who rely on power to feel secure, that loss is unbearable, so they dismiss you, undermine you, label you. It is easier than admitting, I cannot influence this person. This happens often in toxic workplaces, social circles, even families. The one who breaks the pattern becomes the target, not because they are wrong, but because they are different. Now for the uncomfortable truth. If several people dislike you without a clear reason, it does not mean you are flawless. No one is. But it does suggest you are touching something sensitive. You are not invisible. You are not blending in. And that unsettles insecure people. The goal is not to become less threatening. The goal is to become untouchable. Untouchable does not mean cold or superior. It means clear. Clear about who you are. Clear about what you tolerate. Clear about what is not yours to carry. When you stop asking, why do they hate me? And start saying, this is not mine, everything shifts. Because once your self-worth is no longer tied to other people's reactions, their resentment loses its fuel. One final distinction matters. This does not mean you ignore genuine feedback. Real feedback is specific. It is consistent. It comes from people invested in growth, not control. Unexplained resentment is vague, emotional, passive, loud in silence. Here is a simple check. Do they treat everyone this way, or only you? Do they behave differently around people with power? Do they speak directly, or through tension and side comments? Most of the time, the answers tell the whole story. So here is the summary. People who resent you without reason often feel threatened, inferior, exposed, envious, or powerless. Their dislike is not a reflection of your worth. It is a signal of their inner struggle. You do not need to prove yourself. You do not need to shrink. You do not need their approval. Your task is alignment. Because the truth is, as you grow, resistance will increase. That is not a sign you are doing something wrong. Very often, it is proof you are finally moving forward.